So, after the first part of our weather station video, we had the servos working and displaying the outputs from the humidity, temperature and the light sensors. The circuit though had two separate power supplies, one for the Pi and one for the servos, and for this project we're hoping to supply it with just one 9 or 12 volt power input. So we're going to build two circuits to handle the power requirements. One with a LM317, which is an adjustable voltage regulator, which we're going to trim to about 6 volts. The other being a 5 volt circuit using an LM7805. They are not particularly efficient circuits in as much as they give off quite a bit of heat as waste, but compared to switching circuits, at least we don't have to worry about noise from the inductor. It's just a simple and easy circuit and is more than adequate for this project. So now that I've built up the LM317 circuit, I then need to use the meter to dial into the output voltage that I require. In this case I'm going for 6 volts. I only had a 10k potentiometer. Most circuits that you see on Google will recommend doing this with a 5k. This is just to set the range more accurately. To compensate for this, I used a 1k5 resistor on the feedback side, which gave me a good range of tops of about 8 volts down to somewhere around 2 volts. We now need to add a couple of capacitors, one on the input, one on the output. There are calculations that you can use for this. I remember going back to my college days using ripple correction factors and such like. For this simple circuit, I'm just going to go with 1 microfarad capacitors on the input and the output. So moving on to the 5 volt circuit now using the LM7805, very simple again, just 1 capacitor on the output because we're going to share the input capacitor. Just checking there for the 5 volt output and the 6 volt output, both are fine. So we'll just add this to the overall circuit diagram. That's meant to say LM7805, it's really difficult writing with these pens. And so now all we have to do is add our loads. On the 5 volt side we're going to add the Raspberry Pi with the Hatalogico sat on top. And on the 6 volt side we're going to use our 3 servo motors that will eventually go into the box.